Recording and start the stream. Welcome to Horsin Around, a dumbass cast. I am your host, as always, Nick Mercadante. With me, I have one very special guest.
It's me, your boy Nando.
There he is. Colin Todd may also be joining us in a little bit, but until then, it's just the two of us. It's kind of I don't know how I didn't even think about this, but it's been almost, if it hasn't been a year, I need to find the exact date. But we started recording test episodes for this show like a year ago, basically, at this point. It was definitely sometime in June of 2019.
I remember talking about wanting a podcast like around this time.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was that because I basically, at the end of junior year, I was going to the Army Research Center or whatever for my internship. And I was just like, well, I mean, I won't have anything else going on. There wasn't really much going on in that area because I was literally living on base. So I had to travel far or just stay in the on-base hotel I was staying at with nothing much to do. And also I knew that senior year was going to be a lighter load on me than, everything up until that point. Didn't realize it was going to be as light as this, but definitely lighter than junior and sophomore year where I had all the fucking fuck you classes like DSA2 and shit like that. So I just wanted I've always wanted to do this for like at least since high school because a friend of mine and I really wanted to do something, and that kind of fell apart. But I got a bunch of equipment for it already at that point, so was able to just reuse that, and then just kept going, and now we're here. 1 year later, I don't know if I've really learned anything. I guess I've learned how to talk to myself during the streams, but for the podcast, I don't know. I feel like we always just fucking bant for an hour, and we seem to fill it up pretty fine, which I've been happy about. I don't think there's been a lot of dead air, which I am happy for. We always find stuff to talk about, I guess, which is good. There's always things to talk about.
One thing about CSHers is that they never shut the fuck up.
Yeah, very, very true. There's always some dumb shit to complain about, some fucking code shit going on, or some politics, or something like that.
Or just in general shitting on the single person.
Oh yeah, or that, or just Angela beating the shit out of Colin. That was always fun.
Well, I don't know. I feel like in the back of his mind he enjoys it.
Jesus Christ. Well, we can ask him once he gets here in person.
I do want to say though, I still take credit for naming your show.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Lowell.
No, you've had this same thing.
We've had the same conversation before?
Yes. And
okay.
I keep having to remind you, I am the first person to go, hey, Nick, you should name it Horsing Around. It would be super funny.
Okay. Well, thank you,
and
Nando.
Then you were like, no, that's a dumb name. And people are going to think it's a reference to BoJack.
Well, I didn't have any other, and then I was like, well, I don't have any other ideas, so.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
we settled on. Unfortunately,
I'm just saying, since we're at this like pseudo 1 year anniversary, I got to remind the world that it's all thanks to me.
Yeah, this show basically has two births because it's the test episodes and then also when we did our first actual episode, which was sometime, I think it was end of August, beginning of September, one of those two dates. I can check YouTube and see when I put it up. But yeah, there'll probably be something for then as well. Which also leads into the next thing I should probably address in regards to that is figuring out what the hell is going to happen to this show once I start doing full-time work. And the short answer is I don't really know. I don't really know right now. I want to keep doing this in some format. I mean, we've been sort of forced to go digital thanks to the pandemic. But
I don't think digital is a bad format.
No, I don't think so either. I think it could work.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, it's I don't think people really care whether you're in the same room where you can slap each other or if you just webcam.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think if that's what we want to do, then we can keep doing it that way. Just need to keep
If
wrangling
anything, it
people,
might limit the Angela violence that happens.
which would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
But otherwise doable. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Well, I'll put together some ideas and see where we can go from there. Maybe I mean honestly, like another possibility is that I could just roll through on weekends for now, at least, because I'm gonna be working not that far away. And just show up for physical shows to do that. Because all I need is my laptop and like the little fucking
Yeah.
little bin of equipment that I carried with me to the lodge clubhouse every week.
I don't know how far. Syracuse is what, like an hour,
It's
2 hours away?
yeah, it's like Sam makes that trip every weekend, basically,
Yeah.
when he comes through. So,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like it's a lot for every weekend because then you're basically locking yourself to being in Rochester every Saturday.
yeah. So there's nothing all out the way. I mean, I am planning on coming back a decent amount to at least hang out with people from RIT.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad to come back every like once in a while. I'm saying like I feel like it's a lot to come back every week.
Yeah. Not entirely sustainable. TM. But I don't know. Definitely want to keep doing this. I think this year's been a lot of fun to record all these shows and talk about everything we have. I'd be interested to go into the backlogs now and sort of skim over what we've covered in a year's worth of podcasting.
When was the last time I was here? Like 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, that sounds roughly about right. TM.
Oh, dude. So developing on my end, I've been like thirsting for a dog.
Yep.
Yep.
Heard these developments.
Yeah, and then my girlfriend was like, "Nah, you should get a dog." And then I guess something triggered inside her brain was like, "Dog." Now we're on the hunt for dog again. So she was like, "Nah," and I was like, "But the dog, they cute though." And she's like, "But you'll be in Rochester." And now it's turning into she'll get the dog, and because all her classes are going to be online. So I'm like, I feel like somehow me wanting a dog turned into her wanting a dog.
Sounds like you're getting cucked out of a dog here, though. If you wanted to keep the dog, it sounds like you're getting cucked out of the dog at the beginning of the fall semester.
At the very least, I'll have visitation rights, and that's good enough for me.
Okay, valid, very valid. But I was getting into this, like the process, like is so obnoxious. I think it's partly because of COVID, but also partly because like these animal shelters are just like ridiculous. Like what?
So first of all, anytime I apply for any dog, there's already like apparently hundreds of applications for every specific dog that I apply for.
Oh yeah, people like dogs.
But like hundreds, bro. Holy damn.
Yeah.
Right? Like I always like shelters are always going, "Oh my god, no one's adopting our dogs." Meanwhile, here's like there's just apparently floods of applications. So I think part of that is COVID. I think a lot of people are getting dogs because of COVID. They're like, "Oh shit, I'm home all the time and I'm alone."
Yeah.
Dog. Good idea. But the other thing too is like they're very stingy, right? Like they want you to be this perfect human that is like, I will dedicate 24/7 of my life to this dog.
Well,
right?
yeah.
Like,
they want to make sure that the dog's being treated well.
No. There's a difference between treating the dog well and just having, I feel like, unreasonable expectations, right? They're like, how long is the dog gonna be alone? And I'm like, well, most people work an 8-hour job and sleep, and so at the very minimum, maybe like 16 hours, right? But if you write that down, they're gonna be like, "You horrible human," and I'm like, "But like, I'm just a normal human."
I don't think they count time that you're sleeping as time alone. They mean time that you can't be there to take care of it. So probably 8 hours.
Yeah. That's probably. Yeah.
No, I know. But the reason I make it sound that way is because they get super like ridiculous and specific with all their questions. Like they'll be like, "Oh, what's your preferences for a dog?" And then like they're like, "Okay, now explain every single preference and why." And I'm like,
"Why do you want a black dog? If you want to
get a dog, say a non-full breed dog because they're treated better, and you'll get it."
Dude, I've tried being like, I'll take anything that just doesn't shed a lot of hair.
That's dog shaped. Give me a dog shaped creature.
That is honestly like all I care about, right? I don't care about the temperament. I can like train dogs. I've like worked with dogs all my life. I even write down like What? What'd you say? You were like munching, so I couldn't even understand you.
Sorry, I got this delicious bagel and box here.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, I'll beat that dog into submission.
Colin! You're gonna give me fucking TOS. Jesus Christ. Also, hi, Colin. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. I got my bagel. I'm happy. I'm chilling.
But dude, like I write down in my application that I've owned a dog before, and I've also worked at animal shelters before. So like I have like a ton of experience working with animals. Like I also babysit my sister's dogs. Like
is this for adoption?
For adoption, dude. It's ridiculous. I don't even get callbacks. I don't even get anything back. They're just like, oop, this person adopted instantly.
Yeah. Yeah. I would agree that with your assessment that there is probably an increase of interest due to COVID. Especially, like, I mean, yeah, you're like you yourself are an example of it, I guess. Of just people are like, man, fucking want a dog.
I'll be honest. No, I mean, for me, I'll be honest, my motivation isn't because of COVID. My motivation is because I've waited years to finally have the financial capital and free time to do it, and I'm at that point. But if you write you're a student on an application, like, your shots go down tremendously. Like, I've even talked to, like, Julian about this.
That's why you write developer at Cisco.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
It's a little fib. Also, like, I don't know why. I guess because classes would keep you occupied a lot more often as a student, but like...
I think, no, the biggest reason I've seen is because they think students are dumb and don't understand what they're getting into. Like, right, you could be like a college kid that's like, I want a dog! And then you get the dog and you're like, fuck, I actually have to take care of a living being?
What?
Impossible.
What? This can't be!
Yeah, like that's the biggest issue I've seen. It's just like when you're like in school, a lot of people don't realize how much work a dog actually is with like the training and the grooming and the walking and everything that comes with a dog. And like also you have to like buy food and it's a lot, right? Like people don't ordinarily understand that a dog isn't just the dog.
Yeah. Like, hopefully, if your parents had a dog, they would take you with them to, like, the puppy training sessions so you could get some idea, at least in your head, of, like, you have to, do this every week to get them to be obedient, and then, like, obviously feeding them and walking them and all that stuff. Also, just a good environment in general. Like, based on the type of dog that you have, you can't just keep like a fucking Great Dane in a tiny little like studio apartment,
Yeah, like I've been looking for like a small to medium dog. Hold on, my girlfriend's FaceTiming me. I'm assuming this means she's about to get a dog.
Oh my. Live developments here on Horsin Around. Dead Shark Pool hydrate. Alright, thank you, Dead Shark Pool. Yeah, if there's a dog on that camera, please turn on your camera and show it to us. Yep. Anyways, yeah, no, there's shit, what was I gonna say? Fuck. Oh yeah, if I was gonna get a dog and like living in the situation that I'm going to be living in, which already is impossible because the place I'm going to doesn't allow pets, sadly. They allow parrots and fish. So maybe I'll get a parrot.
Please get a parrot. Please get a parrot.
I don't know, dude. I don't think I'd really enjoy having a parrot though. But I think I'd love to get like a Sheltie. It's like one of those like miniature collie dogs because they look adorable and they're like little smaller dogs, so they don't need as much physical space to roam around in. So it'd be all right for a apartment environment. What would be your ideal dog, Colin?
I mean, probably definitely not like a thoroughbred one because I just feel bad. But if I didn't have that to worry about, I think
yeah, we're assuming the breeds are breeded ethically here.
The wrinkly ones. I don't know their names.
Oh,
yeah, so I can confirm, dog acquired.
What the fuck? Dude.
I'll post a picture in the chat now when my girlfriend sends it to me.
Do you not have a face cam now?
I do not. I've literally spoken to you about this. I have to borrow yours whenever I'm in school.
Oh yeah, Sorry, I forgot about that. Oh, and okay, goodbye to Colin.
Yeah, no, I've just never felt like I needed to invest in a face cam personally.
Okay.
I've always gotten by with just my microphone.
Oh wait, that's Colin's picture. God damn it, Colin, you baited me. I thought that was the dog that Nando was getting.
So yeah, she just got us like a Yorkshire Terrier. Very cute dog. Yeah, yes. we're gonna name him Bucky.
Nice.
Isn't that what Bichu has?
I have no idea that.
I think it might. Yeah. Well, I mean, Bichu's had a dog at his like family's house, and now he came back to Rochester and he brought the little dog with him. That thing is like the tiniest little teacup dog ever.
It's a very small breed. Like they're usually like maybe like 8 to 12 pounds max. Like, that is like that's like on the bigger end of those dogs.
Yeah, no. Let me double check.
Yeah, so in the FaceTime, this dog looked fucking adorable. So I'm hoping I can get a picture up real soon.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the type of dog that Bichu has as a Yorkshire Terrier. Oh.
Yeah.
And this is literally like 5 pounds at max, like whatever Bichu's dog is. It's so tiny. It's ridiculous.
We just picked up like a puppy, and it's like, I think she said it was like 8 pounds. So.
Oh, okay. A large lad, larger lad. But yeah, that's fucking great, dude.
I think I'm confusing it with a different dog we were looking at. No, this one's like probably like weighs like 0 pounds right now because it's like it's like straight from a breeder right now, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, dog acquired.
Nice.
That like 1 month hunt is finally over. We're calling him Bucky.
Nice. And it just in reference to the Marvel superhero,
no, it's just a cool name. Well, so we originally were gonna call the dog Dinkelberg, but we were like, that's too mean. So we decided to go with something a little bit more normal and call him Bucky.
Yeah, that's fair. I could imagine, though, trying to chastise the dog, just being like, Dinkle! No!
Yeah, exactly.
Dad!
That's what we were going to shorten it to, right? Full name Dinkelberg, but like Dinkle on the... Dinkelberg on the streets, Dinkle at...
Oh, God. Yeah, there's, I don't know, there's a lot of dog stories I could go into. I remember both of our dogs that are back at my house were rescues. One of them was we thought it was like a Catahoula leopard dog, which is a dog breed that was raised in Louisiana to like chase boars up trees or something, which I didn't even know was a thing, but apparently it is. She's great. She's very old now. She's just chilling. But she was a rescue. And then our other dog, which we think is a Border Collie Golden Retriever mix, his name is Soldier because he's my dad's dog. But we nickname him Teddy Bear just because he's like, we like to say that he's just never lost his puppy fur. You know how like puppies are like a lot fluffier than when they shed out of that like initial first year's worth of fur, and they like get more, I don't know, matted, I guess. But he just stayed like his fur is like still super fluffy and stuff, and we just love him. But he and a litter of like his brothers and sisters were left in like next to a river down south somewhere where they were going to leave him to drown or something. So somebody picked him up, and then they started they just had like a list of contacts of like people of like halfway homes for all the puppies to go through. And they basically made their way up the East Coast with like some people picking up the puppies on their way up, and then up in New Jersey was their last stop, and it was him and I think his brother that were the last two ones, and then we picked him up, and then his brother got picked up on the same day, and so then all the puppies got adopted on their travel up the East Coast. So that was nice. But yeah, he's been great, and he's got a big ass fatty tumor.
He's got a big ass wiener.
No, he's been fucking neutered. Like a responsible pet owner. That
doesn't mean that they cut his dick off.
Okay.
It means they cut his balls off. Dude.
Well, anyways, no, they. I don't know why, but like he's developed this fatty tumor that's like just sticking out from his the side of his stomach now. We've gone to the vet about it, and he's just like, it's not hurting him. It's just kind of there. And it's just like, so it's not like something that he needs to go under for. Yeah, but it's just like he walks around. He's just got this big. You think he's like super fat, but he's just got a big ass tumor.
That's so small.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Yo!
Yeah.
What the fuck? Is that his mom that he's with in the second picture?
That's my sister's dog, which is also a Yorkshire Terrier. It was basically for scale.
Oh my God! Yeah, incredible. That's powerful.
Bucky.
Well, Godspeed to y'all. I hope you succeed in your endeavors to train him and make a loving home for him.
Yeah. I'm so happy. The fact that I could even just say dog acquired is cathartic.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking great. Good on you.
Yeah, nice. Congrats.
Yeah.
He looks super adorable.
Yeah, no shit.
My girlfriend's losing her mind.
Understandable. Yeah, dude, that's fucking awesome. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm in this place for at least a year, and it's a good place outside of the fact that I can't own a dog, and also I'm gonna have other expenses that I'm probably just gonna need to invest more time and money into at the moment. But definitely don't see myself living a life without dogs to some degree, just overall. So definitely want to get to that at some point in the near future, TM. But till then, I can mooch off of other people who have dogs, see them, just get that dopamine, endorphins.
Yeah, I mean, this guy probably won't be in our apartment. Maybe maybe once in a trillion years for a visit, but otherwise, probably won't be in our place.
Understandable. Just keep him out of the party house, especially when Sastre rolls through. But yeah, are you ready to come back and start up that fall semester here at RIT, which is opening up?
I just want to get it over with. I would have loved if all my classes went online.
Mm-hmm.
I would still move back, but dude, it would have been so nice.
Yeah. Is this your last semester as well?
No, I have 2 more. So I graduate in the spring.
Okay. 2 more semesters. I thought you meant 2 more years. Just like, what?
No. Yeah, I got 2 more semesters left. I graduate in the spring like a normie. Unfortunately, all my friends are abandoning me in the fall.
RIP.
All my friends are dead.
Are you done at the end of the fall, Colin? Or are you graduating spring as well?
I have 2 years left.
Okay. So
yeah.
Fall or spring of 2020?
I think I graduated with Matt.
Spring of 2022 is what it's looking like right now.
Oh shit! Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because we start. I don't know. For some reason, I forgot how the American school system worked, where you start in one year and end in another for some reason. But yeah, dumb. That does make sense. Yeah, it confuses me when I'm playing fucking Persona 5 because I forget that their system, semester system, works differently, and I think they do start at the beginning of the year and then end at the end of the year.
I love Persona.
Persona is a pretty nice game. They just put out Persona 4 Golden on PC. I might.
Oh, well, I'll have to buy that.
Yeah, I might pick that up after I finish up P5R. Have you been playing through that, Nando?
I have not. I'm probably. I still have to I want to do another playthrough of normal Persona just to refresh my memory before going to P5R. But I just also haven't had much time to play. Like,
Cisco been keeping you busy?
No.
Okay.
Just been doing other stuff.
Gotcha.
Well, like I mean, like Cisco doesn't like make me do a bunch of shit outside of work. I meant like in my outside of work time.
Okay. Gotcha. Keeping yourself busy otherwise with a dog hunt and other business.
Well, I mean, I've also just been like starting to exercise again, and that in like combination with like helping around the house, doing a bunch of other random shit. And I just like I haven't even like I think yesterday and today have been like the only times I've played like video games this week.
Damn. Yeah. The what was I gonna say? Shit. Are you living at your girlfriend's apartment, or are you back home with your parents?
I'm at home.
Okay.
Because like my room is like the only work area I really have. So for work, I need to be here for that. Gotcha. Usually on weekends, I head over to NYC and visit her.
How's the city been? Like these? Because have they been opening anything up?
It's like one of those situations where most of the time it's fine, but then like you'll see a bunch of people acting real stupid, like and behaving like it's 2019. There's like this street of bars near her apartment. And like most of the time, people respect the 6 feet apart thing. You can grab some drinks there, or whatever, get some food, chill, and everyone's pretty fine. And then on a Friday night, we were like passing by there just so we can get some quick beer before we headed back to the apartment. Dude, it was like it was at least like 100 people just packed together in that one street.
Where are you?
63. Like we're on like Wall Street, like that area.
You're on Wall Street?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant like city. Jesus.
He said NYC. He's in the city. Big Apple.
I can't hear very well.
Oh, well, okay.
There was a dynamite explosion earlier today.
Yeah. So like we're in the Wall Street area, around there, and there's like it's called like Stone Street. There's a bunch of bars there. It's crazy. Just so many fucking people, drunk as fuck, trying to like touch each other.
Wait, is that? Sorry, you said Wall Street and then you said Stone Street. Is that where Stonewall happened?
What?
Like the Stonewall?
I don't think so.
Riots? Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay. Sorry, I just heard those two words. I was just trying to make a mental connection, but I guess it happened somewhere else. That sounds like that's a recipe for some case spikes.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really gross. Like it was just like we were also carrying pizzas at the time when we were rolling through, so a bunch of drunk people just started approaching us and be like, "Where'd you get your pizza?"
What do you mean, where'd you get your pizza? It's fucking New York City. Literally every corner has a pizza shop. Go 5 feet.
Well, there's like 1 or 2 in Wall Street. But there's not like a bunch like you would do when you're like in like you go up a bit more.
You get that you have to go a whole whopping 5 blocks to find a pizza place.
More like 2 blocks, but also they're drunk, so they probably don't understand what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, that's understandable. There was
it was just like there was like nobody was wearing masks either, so it's just like
lovely. Gotta love it. Yeah, they're starting. I mean, I guess it's happening all across the state because it's part of New York, but they're starting to open up like restaurants and stuff again around here. And got to go to Texas Roadhouse yesterday with JP, get that bloomin' onion. Or not bloomin' onion.
You guys went to fucking Texas Roadhouse again?
Yeah. Well, me and JP did. Olivia refuses after her experience, which is understandable. I've never been poisoned by their chicken before, though. So
I'm never going back.
Okay. Well, I can't deny the allure of the cactus blossom. So I
the cactus blossom is kind of fucking good. We should make our own.
Yeah, you're right. We should. I can't argue with that.
How to make a bloomin' onion.
Onion probably requires an onion and then a deep fryer. I'm going to assume those are the 2 required things.
Oh my god, this dog is so tiny.
It looked tiny.
Oh no! I mean, my girlfriend's been giving me more shit to look at. And
wow, this is
shit.
way more complicated than I thought it would be.
What else does it require?
1 large sweet onion, 2.5 cups flour, 1 teaspoon cayenne, 2 tablespoons paprika, half tablespoon dried thyme, half tablespoon dried oregano, half teaspoon ground cumin, 2 large eggs, freshly ground pepper, 1
2
cup
large
of whole
eggs?
milk, a gallon of soy, or 1 gallon of the oil, and then kosher salt.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Well, I mean, a lot of those were just
well,
spices.
I guess that's yeah. I mean, but the spice is what's important, Moki. The spice Milan.
I don't think they put. I mean, yeah, it'll be a hell of a good bloomin' onion if you put all that shit in it. But I don't think even the restaurants put in that much shit into their fucking onions. I could be wrong.
That's why we make our own.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So yeah, regarding like the opening up stuff, I feel like my biggest issue with like COVID recovery so far is a lot of people just don't respect the rules. Like I've seen a lot of restaurants where like, oh yeah, we can open up outside now, but let's still pack people together.
It's just like it doesn't matter that you're outside; that you're still less than 6 feet apart. Yeah. Like at least that's inside. I've seen that.
Well, okay, it does matter, but it's still not safe. Like there is a difference in transmission, like regardless of distance.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like being a confined space.
I'll be right back, you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Like being in a confined space definitely makes it worse than like being outside, but you still shouldn't be like putting the tables together like if it was pre-COVID. Like you still should be doing that whole like 6 feet apart.
Yeah,
or like a little bit more. I don't know.
I didn't get.
And the other thing too is like I got a little angry about this in Beekman Major, and then I calmed down a bit when I saw like it wasn't all airlines. I guess.
Oh yeah.
Because like I saw a guy in Galler, I think that's his name.
Gallon,
post about it. Yeah. I don't know. I think it's kind of dumb that like some people are respecting the rules and some people aren't.
If you're like you're putting even it fucks over the people who are respecting the rules if you don't respect them and then go home to somebody that is, you know.
Right, because like the fact that like so my girlfriend went on a flight recently and like she even took pictures of this. Like they packed this this flight. It's like a full 737. And every seat was taken. Like right, and it's ridiculous because even at the gate they're like, "Oh, don't worry, we're gonna make sure everyone's spaced out." Nope. Right? They sausage pack them in, right? And like that's the worst thing.
They gotta make up for lost time, man. They gotta make up for all the money lost.
Well, they got a bailout. That's what I hate. Right? Like, there's no excuse for that behavior when you already got tons of money, like on the cheap or for free.
Yeah.
Right, like either you have to pay very small interest on it, or you have like a fucking just free money, and you're still acting like douchebags, right? Like that shit gets me real mad.
Yeah.
Like when like restaurants do it, like I get mad, but it's not as bad because like it's not like restaurants got billions of dollars.
Yeah, they didn't get.
I don't know. In general, though, I think it's kind of dumb that like the moment anything slightly opens up, people just go, "Oh yeah, pandemic over."
Yeah. They. I don't know. I mean, I think we're already starting to see some instances where people were starting to open up, and then there was a case spike, and they're like, let's close it down again. Like I don't know. My dad.
Some areas like I think Wisconsin opened up entirely, and then everyone congregated instantly, and then the cases got.
Turns out people be stupid.
Right, like, and then like I think Wisconsin now has like the highest case count or something.
No fucking shit. What did they think would happen? Like, damn. That's
I think
really
the
dumb.
worst part too is like, so like I've like heard people just casually talking about it on the street, and they're like, I don't think this COVID thing was real. I think it was, or like I think it was made worse out, like sound way worse than it actually was, and it's like. It's kind of one of those things where I feel like it's either they don't know someone in healthcare or someone like who actually works like on the front lines of this. Because like, I know several people who are like doctors and have been at the hospitals, and it's devastating.
Yeah,
like, you can't make this shit right. Like the only reason shit hasn't gotten worse is because we've been doing this
Because
like lockdown
because
stuff.
people have been working
Right.
like
But
13-hour shifts at the fucking offices to make sure they get
and
through.
also because of like people are like, oh, the numbers don't look that bad, right? And the only reason the numbers don't look that bad is because we actually did eventually get some measurements in place, right? Because
Mhm.
the problem, it's one of those things where people are like, oh, it's comparable to the flu, and it's like not
No.
really. And
No.
and the biggest issue with this is just like how easily it is to transmit, right? Like that's the biggest issue, right? It's not the fact that it's like this like impossible to like treat thing. Nowadays we know better how to treat it. The issue is like if everyone's just spreading it, no
Mhm.
hospital on earth can handle that capacity, which
Right.
is how people die.
No. It's just one person to another, and then eventually it's going to get back to someone's household where they've got an elderly family member who's been staying inside to protect themselves, but then, their child needs to go out to get food for the household, and then some asshole also goes into that same place and infects everybody, and then they bring that back home, and then that kills their grandma. It's just like
It's super like spooky, dude. Like hospitals have literally had to fill trucks with like dead
Yep.
people, like little
Yeah.
actual like meat trucks.
yeah,
Mass burials, the images of that are crazy.
Yeah.
it's fucked up. It's just a fucked up time. I don't know.
Yeah. So it always blows my mind when people try to say it's like not real or like made out worse than it actually is. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm like, the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. I really hope that the protests don't lead to a case spike. Like,
Oh,
It,
they
it
will.
definitely is. It definitely
no way it
will.
won't. Yeah.
Yeah. Just by the way of how this spreads, it's gonna spread.
gonna be bad.
I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of shit going on. The 2020 memes have been real feel.
Dude, yeah, it just keeps getting more fucking insane.
Like
Month
that,
by
like
month.
that. I posted this in general, like that Ripple 20 thing, dude. There's like hundreds of millions of IoT devices just fucking super vulnerable right now.
Oh yeah, no.
Is that like include like Amazon devices? Like, is the Echo Dot fucked? Because that's something I have in my room right now.
I don't think the Echo Dot is. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know every single device affected by this. I mean, it's mainly anything that uses the Trek IP stack that's vulnerable because that thing it was just old
Yeah.
and not
Blown
checked
wide
properly
open.
for security.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just the manufacturers for like a lot of like IoT devices just were like, oh, cool, let's use this thing.
Just used it as like a boilerplate kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Why did they? What? Like, I didn't read the whole article. Like, what was the specific vulnerabilities? Do you know?
So it's real bad. Like some vulnerabilities are to the point where like someone doesn't even have to be on your network and to like execute remote code, right? Like someone can be outside your network and still get like access devices in network that aren't even connected to the internet.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Vulnerability. Very good and cool.
Right,
And
like normally, like a scary vulnerability is like, oh, someone is in my network and now there's a vulnerability on my device and they can fuck with me, right? This one is like I can be like in Antarctica in some completely different network and still get into your devices and run shit, right? Like it's real bad.
Well, how did it? So they just didn't bother testing anything at all.
Well, it's one of those things where like this company in particular never. I don't think they ever got like an audit on like the vulnerabilities in their code over the years. So people have just kind of been using.
Gotcha.
Christ.
Yeah.
Right, because like until these guys came out and did this study, right, the Ripple 20 guys, like I don't think anyone had ever really inspected how secure that IP stack was. So everyone just assumed it was fine, and then they were like, "Oh shit, this is awful."
Yeah, we just leave these tech companies to just self audit, and then they don't, and then people call them on it, and they're just like, "Well, nobody told us to do otherwise, so it's fucking tough." The number of impacted products is estimated at hundreds of millions. It includes products such as smart home devices, power grid equipment, healthcare systems, industrial gear, transportation systems, printers, routers, mobile satellite communications equipment, data center devices, commercial aircraft devices, various enterprise solutions, and many others. Jesus fucking Christ.
Yep.
What the hell?
And like the vulnerabilities, like there's a lot of vulnerabilities at play here. Some of them are not as bad as others, but there's a lot of like a 10 on like on like these vulnerability scales is like absurd. That's like absurdly bad.
Yeah, like not a significantly difficult level of hacking is required to like take advantage of these vulnerabilities.
Well, yeah, like I said, like someone can literally just from outside the network just be like, all right, this device, mine now.
Mine now. Time to dump code.
Right, and the scary thing is like they can use this as their foothold into your network and then start going from there, which is like the even worse part. They could start with some shitty like fucking IoT salt shaker for all I care, and just be like, all right, I'm in your network now. Time to run the real spooky shit.
Jesus Christ. If JSOF said that the work on identifying all the vulnerable devices is not yet done, the researchers said they named the 19 vulnerabilities as Ripple 20 not because there were 20 vulnerabilities in the beginning, but because of the ripple effect they'll cause in the IoT landscape in 2020 and the years to come. The researchers say they only scratch the surface when it comes to discovering all the devices that have been... Oh, okay. I thought they were saying that there are more possible vulnerabilities that they haven't found yet.
I mean, that also is probably the case. Also.
Yeah. Jesus. But yeah, there's probably more stuff that's going to be affected.
Like, the fact that, like, all these devices are vulnerable to remote code execution is really
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see now you were talking about the ratings. Department of Homeland Security has attributed ratings of 10 and 9.8 on the CVS SV3 vulnerability severity scale. Scale goes from 1 to 10 to 4 of the Ripple 20 vulnerabilities. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Improper handling of length parameter inconsistency in IPv4 UDP component when handling a packet sent by an unauthorized network attacker. This vulnerability may result in remote code execution, improper handling of length parameter, blah, 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 IPv6. This vulnerability may result in possible out-of-bounds rate, improper handling, IPv4 component when handling packets sent by unauthorized network attacker, exposure of sensitive information, and then the last one is improper input validation in IPv6. This vulnerability may allow exposure of sensitive information. Cool. So remote execution, out of bounds writing, and fucking sensitive information reveal, which is just the perfect storm of everything that you don't want.
Go.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
And you know what? I think this is like the scary thing people have always been like doomsdaying about IoT devices. Like,
I mean, they should be. And yeah, and they were right.
Yeah.
Damn!
And did this happen already? Like, not this exact CVS, obviously, but like, wasn't there already a massive DDoS thing from IoT devices because they were all insecure?
Yeah. Well, because the main problem, like at a basic level with IoT devices, is a lot of people buy these things and don't secure them. Like they'll like leave the default password or something, so it's easy to just make a massive botnet out of them. But now on top of that, like even the ones you like quote unquote secure, now there's this shit, so you can like still get turbo fucked.
Yeah, even when you do what you're supposed to on your end, the product designers fucked up by using this library, and then even then, it's like they just assumed that the designers of the product would not, would review their fucking security measures. So there's like two different levels of people just assuming that the...
Too, because I was reading like the Ripple 20 report, and like they originally alerted the company that sells this stack. They were like, at first they were trying to ignore them or like get their legal team involved to like make them go away, and then like they had to go to the vendors that they sold their IP stack to and get them to pressure the IP stack company in order for them to actually listen.
Yeah, no, it's fucking like at that point, it's the head executives. They hear about it and they're just like too busy like snorting cocaine that they've made off of like selling this to however many companies, and they realize that if anything about this comes out, that the company is absolutely fucked, which it is now. Like, I'm sure Trek is going under at this moment because of this shit. Like, nobody's gonna trust them ever again. But I mean, like, it's like Colin suggested. I'm pretty sure, I don't have any specific cases on hand, but like, it seems like this has happened before, where just tech companies just don't review themselves properly.
I mean, that's always gonna happen.
That's always.
That's never. I'm talking specifically, but with the IoT devices,
Okay.
just because there's so many of them and they're so like
Right.
quote unquote easy to set up, but they're
Yeah.
just tiny computers that you're like you're putting unsecured onto your network.
Yeah, which then is connected to
It's like setting up a Raspberry Pi and not changing the password.
Right. Yeah, it gets owned very quickly.
Exactly.
And that's the main issue, right? Like, the main issue I've seen before this is, like, it's easy to make giga botnets out of these things, like, on the unsecured ones. But, like, now you can even use, like, the secured ones as a foothold to enter.
Oh, yeah.
Terror botnets.
Yeah.
Not even, dude. Like, I'm not even scared about the botnet part of this. I'm scared about this can be used, like, all right. As a fold, right? So now I'm in your network. Now
I'm unplugging my Amazon shit.
Fair. But yeah, there's like, they don't have the financial incentive to do this self-auditing that they need to make sure that their devices and their tech stacks are secure enough for what they should be when you're making IoT products that are going to be connected to a home network. And so, since there's no financial incentive for them to do so, they're not going to. And then they'd rather just deal with the repercussions after the fact than proactively do it, because as long as they don't get caught, then there's no issue.
But I'm not gonna say I know what was happening on the Trek side of things. I do know that, like, they definitely should have, like, had someone try to, like, security audit at some point.
Yeah, they should have hired some white hats to, like, fucking try and break their shit beforehand. But
like, the scariest kind of, like, issues are at the like protocol level. Like, protocol level issues are so much scarier than, like, code level issues, right? Like, if someone finds a bug in your code, right, you can just patch that shit. But changing your entire, like, protocol stack is fucking insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I don't like touching fucking networking code. That shit's scary. I don't want to fuck with that. This shit's hard and spooky. Don't like it. Yeah, no, and so that's just like, I'm curious to see how many more of these cases need to occur before some federal regulation gets put in to be like, hire white hat coders or you're not going to be a company anymore. Like, you gotta test your shit before you start selling it, for the sake of the community at large, you know?
I mean, I'm sure in 1997 they felt it was safe. I just don't know.
Yeah. I think it's also a problem that people in government are old and they don't understand how computers work.
Facebook make money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pretty much.
Senator,
yeah,
we sell ads.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one where they're interviewing the president of Google and they're like, "Does Google know if I move over here and sit with my Democrat friends?" And the guy was like, "So I don't know without any, like, you may have turned that on." It's like, "I think you do know," and then just ended the question.
Wait, what was that? They asked him.
Guy. It was the president of Google testifying before Congress.
Okay.
And one of them was like, he showed them a phone and it was like, "Does Google know through this phone if I stand up and go sit in another chair?" And the guy was like, "Not by default, no. You might have turned that on for some kind of service." And he goes, "I think you do know." And then he just cut it.
That's all the information he needed. He got his answer, you know? That's that's that he got him. He really got the president of Google there. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't know. It's a fucked up like, I don't know what. How do you get more young people into Congress? Because it's, like, so entrenched now. Like, it's always been, but, like, you know.
Usually, like, the thing is, it's hard when someone's been in the same office for, like, decades to remove them.
Yeah.
Usually, it's only when they retire or pass away that
Mm-hmm.
an opening really becomes available.
Yeah. And then also, like, again, it's a thing where um even young people that are coming into Congress, their whole lives were spent around learning politics. They learned how to play the game, and that's great for getting them a position in Congress. But then they still aren't, unless they surround. I guess it's the thing about, like, you have to surround yourself with people who are more knowledgeable about tech and all the fields that are relevant to the world that we live in. And I think it's just there's a lack of surrounding themselves with people who are more knowledgeable in the tech industry, who are able to then explain to lawmakers, what the fuck is going on. Because the tech industry isn't going to do it, because they can, still get away with stuff without having to pay, extra for skimping on important stuff like code reviews and security testing. So if they don't have to do that, then they're not going to. So I don't know. I think it's gonna need to happen though in the next decade, probably. I would predict.
I mean, it's also hard. I feel like a lot of young people nowadays aren't really interested in politics. Like, very rarely do I talk to someone and I hear the first thing that come out of their mouth be like, "I want to be a mayor. I want to."
Yeah, no, everybody, because everybody hates politicians now, because like it's like nobody wants to be in the job that everybody fucking despises. It's a thankless job that, like, you just
right. And, like, a lot of times you have to start very small, right? Like, a mayor gets paid, like, a mayor in a small shitty town, like, no offense to small shitty towns, but, like, they make, like, no money, right?
Yeah.
So you would have to start, like, for a lot of people, right, it becomes one of those things where, like, I could spend my life trying to work my way up the political ladder, or I can start off at a job in, like, the tech industry and make giga dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no incentive for it. It falls to somebody who's just, like, in it for the wrong reasons, where they're like, I get power here, I get power over other people, therefore this has value to me because I get to exude power, which is definitely not something that I would like in an elected official. Or it just otherwise falls to, like, a lowest common denominator where, somebody couldn't get a job in the tech industry or whatever, so they either try to join a political party and start doing, like, campaign management or something like that, or which it ties into a lot of, like, the police stuff that's been going on recently, is like, you see people. I'm gonna look it up to just fact check myself, but I saw a hilarious little thing that was in place in some counties. Police department maximum IQ. Court okays barring high IQs for cops. There are some places where you could be denied a job in a police department because you are too smart. Which
I've seen that.
Whoo! What the fuck? Bid to become a police officer was rejected after he scored too high on an intelligence test, has lost an appeal in his federal lawsuit against the city. Second U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in New York upheld a lower court's decision in the city did not discriminate against Robert Jordan because the same standards were applied to everyone who took the test. This kind of puts an official face on discrimination in America, people of a certain class. I maintain you have normal control. He does. Why? Just above normal than the average score nationally for police officer is 22. The equivalent of an IQ of 104, just a little above average. Why is that a thing? Like, what is the practical purpose of putting a maximum IQ?
It's easier to get someone like
it's easier to
doctrines.
Yeah, and like for like less, like more just financially, people with a higher IQ are usually not going to stay in a police job for very long, so they're going to waste all the resources training them.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You'd hope that there may be, if they're going to do that, there might also be a minimum IQ, but there's no minimum IQ.
Probably not.
No. I'll check myself right now, but I doubt that there is.
I gotta bounce real quick.
Okay. Yeah, I
But-
think we. How far are we at?
I
Yeah, we're
also
about
probably
an hour.
I gotta head out. So like,
Gotta go see the doggy.
The doggy. All right. Well,
No,
thanks for
no.
joining me. Yeah, this is. I mean, we've been at it for about a year now, so hopefully, here's to another year of great podcasting.
Nice.
See you next week for more content. Stay safe out there.
See ya.